I'm gonna tell you a secret. We're like known worldwide for our hospitality and being, super friendly. But our secret weapon is actually our hidden feistiness. As in, grabe ta kaisog, especially if you provoke us. We might do it with a smile, but we are like a nation of fighters. And that's what I love about being a Filipino.
We Filipinos have a positive outlook on life. We are very optimistic on things.
It's always happy, laughing, dancing all the time. It's like the happiness. You always want to be happy.
They have the biggest hearts and the greatest laughs, and it's so easy to get along with a Filipino.
We're happy people. Kahit anong mangyari, we're just smiling. Doesn't really matter, whatever. We're always smiling.
What makes me Filipino is the way I handle myself. I'm very, paano ba to? Determined, driven, na pag may gusto ko, ginagawa ko talaga ng all-out support, exaggerated, hindi ako maatras. We just go for it, we just fight for it. Parang, wala kasi tayong inaatrasan eh. Sulong lang tayo ng sulong, laban lang tayo ng laban. We just do what we wanna do, and that's what I did. I just went here out of random decision na one day sabi ko, ay, punta kaya akong LA. Wait, tignan ko, may pera ba ako? Meron. Sige, tara, go. Tapos pagpunta ko ng LA, I have nowhere to go. I have no friends to stay. Wala. As in, I consider myself homeless for like a week.
Kahit saan mo sila ilagay, self-reliant, magaling silang mag-adjust. Nag-observe sila, nakakapag-adjust sila. Kaya from there, ginagawa nila talaga ng paraan. Madiskarte mga Pinoy.
And then, good thing there are friends who helped me.
The way na tumulong tayo sa kapwa.
We tend to help anyone who's in need.
They always say, you're very Filipino, you're very caring and stuff like this. And I'm like, yes, I don't notice that. But then other people see that Filipinos are very caring and hospitable.
We can assimilate into any culture. But also that's a downside at the same time. But that's a good thing about the Philippines.
Everyone is so connected and everyone shares everything. And I feel like that's who I am.
Kailangan talaga, you need to focus. And if you really want something, you just go for it.
Pinoy friends may bully me, say I'm not a true Filipino because I'm half Filipino, not full Filipino.
Most of them say that I'm not a true Pinoy because I'm half. And what they don't realize is even though I'm like half, I still go out there and I'm proud that I'm Pinoy. And it's just, I don't know, they call me more Mexican or like different.
Nagtatanong sila, madalas na nagtatanong kung mixed daw ako. Kasi masyado daw akong matangkad para sa isang Pilipina. Lahat daw ng mga Pilipina na namimit nila, maliliit.
They know I'm tall Asian, but then like sometimes they're not sure.
Kaya lagi kong sinasabi, I stand 5 feet, 10 inches tall, bare feet. So, nagugulat sila.
I am 5'9.5".
You're very tall for an Asian.
Like they don't think I'm a Filipino. I've caught people like speaking in Tagalog telling me that I'm a white girl.
Hindi sila sanay na, if she doesn't look like me, then she's not Filipino. If yung mga ganong insights ng mga bata. So, the bullying was there all throughout, even when I was in high school. Ngayon, surprisingly, wala na.
Was being a Filipino ever an issue for you?
No, kasi ayaw kong payagan na magkaroon ng issue na sa aking pagka-Pilipino.
So it's a choice din?
It's a choice? Yup. Ganun nga.
Parang kung never discriminated as a Filipino, not as
yun
how
nga
you
ang pag hinayaan mo kasing i-discriminate ka, gagawin nila. Pag ayaw mong payagan, hindi nila kayang gawin sa'yo. Dahil sasabihin mo sa kanila, wala silang karapatan na discriminate ka bilang Pilipino.
And I think it's so underrated about us as a nation. People think that they can just push us around or that they can take us for granted. But actually, we can fight back.
I've never been discriminated for being Filipino, but I remember back in junior high, I wanted to be Asian. Just Asian.
I have been discriminated before, and this was when I was in elementary school. It's because I was a different color, because there were no other Filipinos in my school. I was the only one. I used to get bullied a lot, I got beat up. I used to stick up for my friends because they would get bullied, but I was never the strong one.
We Filipinos, we Asians look young.
We don't age that much. We don't look older than our age, so I think that's perfect for my job.
For me, my experience, a lot of people think I'm younger than my age, so people doesn't really take me seriously.
But nowadays, I mean, people are more acceptable of Filipinos, and I don't have that problem anymore. Except for when I go to castings and I'm looking for an Asian, they're like, I don't know if you're Asian or not. I'm like, yeah, I'm Asian, I'm Filipino. They're like, I don't know if that's Asian. So there's still some of that going on.
I think I look more Vietnamese than I am Filipino, and I get that a lot.
With my hair, kala nila Jamaican. One time, yung isang Pilipino na pagkamala ng Puerto Ricans. And then, sa restaurant, pang minsan, tinatanong nila kung saan ako galing pag sinabi kong from the Philippines, ayaw nila maniwala. Because of my hair and my color.
Madalas akong pagkamalan na Japanese. Hindi ko alam bakit.
They would say I'm Hawaiian.
Filipinos don't think I'm Filipino, so it feels weird because I don't know where. Sometimes you question like, where do I fit in? Because I don't look like I'm Filipino, but when people see, when I tell them that I'm Filipino, they get it. They get it, the accent's there.
Siyempre kapag tinatanong ka ng ibang lahi na, oh, you're not from here, where are you from? Sabihin ko, Philippines. Oh, I kinda knew kasi dahil sa accent mo.
So basically, nabully ka dahil sa accent or something?
Oo, madalas. Lalo na yung mga P at saka F na yan.
Filipinos are usually guilty. We're almost like born with it. Starting with, you know, with your family. We tend to feel guilty about everything because we are a culture that we love to take care of everybody and please them. So we have this like innate guilt trip within us. Everything we do is basically about feeling guilty, and hopefully that's something as Filipinos that we can overcome.
Growing up, my parents, they put a lot of emphasis on me learning Tagalog, as well as spoken at home. And I don't know, I just take a lot of pride in that. Because if you know your own language, then I feel like you know your own culture.
In a school that I went to specifically, there was like maybe 5 in my entire like school. So it was hard to find someone to relate to on that level. So it forced me to adapt to like the different cultures that I grew up in. But you know, as soon as I got home, my family made sure that I never forgot, you know, who I was. And
I was born in the Philippines, born and raised. I was 9 years old when I came here, and I still speak Tagalog, of course, but only in front of my friends, because if you speak Tagalog in front of your family, you know, they look at you weird, like you said something wrong.
I always come across the people that say, oh, you're half Filipina, I know how to speak Tagalog, and then they tell me all their cuss words. And
what do they say?
They say, mostly, can I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Okay, they say patang ni mo, they say pek pek, they say baklak, and I feel like, I don't know, they should be saying other words, you know, better things. And I always just like try to teach them something better. I'm like, here's something that you can say to me. You can say, maganda babae kayo. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Being Filipino is awesome. I mean, I got a brother and a sister who's also Filipino. My dad's Filipino. My grandmother's Filipino. She cooks the best. And everybody's just really nice. And Yeah, I love being Filipino.
We get together at least once a year where it's just all of us, like all from Naeg. I think that's how you say it, the town.
Yeah.
And we have like a fiesta, and it's just like I get to see all my cousins, and like they all come from New Jersey, and come back to California just so we all see each other. So I like that the most.
Tayong mga Pilipino, we are naturally respectful. That's how we brought up, I guess. Na may po at opo tayo. So, I think yun yung still meron ako na I know how to respect. Yeah, show some respect.
We have a very tight-knit community, you would say, but a tighter knit with family. When you're with family, it's not only getting together, it's you know, sharing everything with your family. It's from, you know, getting married to anything. You just got a cut on your knee and they want to put alcohol and Band-Aid because they're all nurses. I am a medical coder, so as every Filipino, I work in the medical field.
A lot of Filipinos are nurses.
Whenever they find out I'm Filipino, like they always ask me, "Are you a nurse?" But I kind of get used to it already, and I just say, "No, I'm not a nurse. I'm Filipino and I'm a photographer." Not all Filipinos are nurses. We have different jobs, and we just happen to have more nurses here.
You'll meet people and they say, "Oh, are you a nurse?" You know, and I don't know, I just feel like no one should be stereotyped. Everybody is an individual.
We always excel on whatever thing we do. Maybe on like healthcare, like kilala tayo sa bilang mahuhusay ng mga nurses, and we are also known as really talented artists and entertainers also.
Oh wow, Filipino idols.
Nora Honor. Kasi paborito siya ng mama ko. So, okay lang siya. At saka Rufa Gutierrez, maganda.
The story of Manny Pacquiao, I really admire a lot.
Idol ko si Miriam Defensor Santiago. Marami kong idols, pero pagdating sa kanya, parang siya yung pwedeng magsalita, lahat makikinig. Matapang, matatag, walang kinakatakutan.
Not to sound cliche, but you know, like growing up in the Philippines, Jose Rizal somehow has influenced a little part of me. In a way, I saw him as someone who went against the tide and really went out of his way to actually like, you know, like show not just Philippines, but the whole world of what can one person do to inspire others.
We have this fire that never goes out. So kaning kayo ba that you can only find in the Philippines. It shines the brightest, especially when things, you know, like when tragic things happen to us or when we're challenged as a nation. It brings us all together.
Hi, I'm Adrian De Ausen. I'm 21 years old, and I'm Dugong Filipino.
I'm Kristina. I work as a dental assistant and dental receptionist.
Hi, I'm Francis Gumayagay. I'm 28 years old. I was born and raised in Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines.
Hi, I'm Rochelle, and I'm a proud Filipino.
I'm proud.
See, that's Filipino. He said proud.